Holy smokes, it's hot. Hey, ¿qué onda, amigos? Welcome back to the channel, John's Moto Garage. Yes, my gloves are still thrashed. I do this so that I can use my cell phone. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be jumping on the CBR600. I dropped a video a while back talking about why you should not buy one of these bikes. And I stand behind those reasons. But today we're going to talk about the flip side, why you may want one of these bikes. And not just that, but why I think everybody needs to experience what it is to be on one of these motorcycles. So without further preamble, let's go ahead and jump onto it. This is a 2012 CBR600RR. And of course, if you guys dig the content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram at John's Moto Garage. Hopefully we can get a decent wheelie in today, but we shall see. All right, let's hit it. Now, I guess I should clarify from the last video, I said sport bikes, but I really did mean, or was referring to super sports. A super sport motorcycle, per Google, refers to a racing bike that's manufactured to be street legal. They're light and nimble, usually have a full body plastic, and are very close in capability to their racing brothers. They come in various displacements, but usually between 600 and 1000 cc. So yes, I am talking more the super sports, not so much sport bikes in general, because you got your naked bikes and your street fighters and all that stuff too. This has Two Brothers exhaust, and I think it sounds wicked good. So I know what some of you are probably thinking, dude, you're a total flip-flopper, you're an indecisive, contradictive son of a gun. You were just telling me that I should not ride a super sport, and now you're trying to explain and convince me why I should? What the heck is going on, bro? Don't worry, I'll explain. What I'm going to talk to you guys about today is not necessarily why you should have one of these and own it and use it as your main mode of transportation, but why at some point I do think you should at minimum jump on and take one for a spin. Alright, screw you guys, we're going to do it. 5 reasons why I totally dig sport bikes. So number 1, speed. Obviously, these things are speed demons. So if you have that need for speed, and the first time you ever jump on a motorcycle compared to other vehicles or modes of transportation, even a 600cc cruiser is going to feel like a fast bike. But then you jump on a sport bike and then you realize, holy smokes, this is speed. And I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but a lot of sport bikes, even your 600cc entry-level sport bikes, super sports, are way faster 0 to 60 than even your hypercars and supercars and all those super expensive vehicles. So you get the same amount of speed and thrill that you may get with a super expensive vehicle for a fraction of the cost. You know, $4,000 or $5,000, you can get a super fast, fun, thrilling ride. Number 2 reason, performance. These are performance-oriented, performance-built machines. I wonder if this person needs any help. Need help?
No, I'm good. I thought I was hearing something on my tire, but I'm fine.
You're okay?
Yeah.
All right, just double checking.
By the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate it, man.
Right on. Take it easy, man. Never hurts to check, you know? These things are built for performance. And so coming from pretty much any other motorcycle, especially from cruisers, everything from the throttle response, acceleration, braking, it's a little bit goofy the first few times with handling due to the ergonomics and everything, but they're performance-built machines. And if you appreciate that and you're disciplined, then holy smokes, if you're looking for performance, this is the way to do it. And again, dollar for dollar, it's hard to get more performance out of a motorcycle. You can buy a Harley, you know, you're already spending 10,000 bucks, say, on a Dyna, and you drop all this money into the performance, and no matter what you do, you're never going to get as much performance out of that Harley as you would with a sport bike. Alright, so what do we got? Speed and performance, or number 3 in my book. looks. Something about a sport bike, whether or not you necessarily dig the look, it turns heads and it's eye-catching. They just look cool, man. You see a dude rolling through on a sport bike, squid, non-squid, you know, somebody knows what he's doing, it doesn't matter. They're rad looking motorcycles. And personally, I'm just a huge fan of the way these things look. Not sure what's going on here, but number 4 reason, and I talked about this on why sport bikes are not good, is you have to have discipline, but they actually help you to learn discipline as well. If you want to survive and stay alive, you will quickly learn self-discipline on a sport bike, and I think that's a good thing, right? Alright, you guys, and the number 5 reason, which if you watch any of my other videos, you probably saw this one coming, but one of the reasons I do dig sport bikes, despite how dangerous they are and how stupid they make me when I ride them, is the fun factor. They really are one of the funnest motorcycles, in my opinion, that you can jump on and ride. The first time I ever rode one, the thought that came into my mind was, I don't know how anybody would go from a sport bike back to something like a cruiser or anything else for that matter. Because the fun factor is there on these things 100%. So there you guys have it. Number 1 reason, the speed. Number 2 reason, performance build. Number 3 reason, discipline. Or no, they look cool. Number 4 reason, they require and demand discipline. And then ultimately, the number 5 reason, they really are extremely fun motorcycles. They're smooth, they're powerful, they're agile, they're nimble, they're fast. It is the perfect recipe for fun. But the question you got to ask yourself, just like with everything else, is why are you buying a bike? What's the purpose for it? And you know, with every motorcycle, there's risk. And so you just got to say, is it worth the risk? You know, some of it requires that you kind of know yourself and you got to be honest with yourself. And for that reason, I held off from buying a sport bike for a number of years, because when I was younger, I pretty much knew that I just wasn't disciplined enough. I just knew it. And then even after I bought a sport bike, I find myself riding around like a complete idiot. And so it is one of those things where, for me, at this time in my life, I don't think a sport bike's the best bike for me to have. Because I'm at a point where I want to learn, I want to be pushing it, at least to some degree. And if I have the bike, I'm going to try it, inevitably. And so I think for me it's safest not to have it in the stable for the time being. But at some point in the future, I'd love to get a sport bike and actually go out and do track days, have full leathers, do it in a controlled environment, and really learn to master what, in my opinion, is one of the ultimate motorcycles. So there you have it, you guys. John's Moto Garage, the sport bike. Love it or hate it, they're a part of the motorcycle journey, and I do think everybody at some point should give them a shot, even if it's just jumping on and taking it for a spin. So let me know, leave a comment below, what do you guys think about the sport bikes? guys, there you have it. John's Moto Garage, 5 reasons why super sports really are really gnarly, awesome motorcycles, and you may consider trying one. But for me, ultimately, at the end of the day, it still comes down to the fact that I just don't trust myself enough, man. I can go out there, screw around on a Harley, you know, get away with it. I can go out there, screw around on a lot of motorcycles, but when it comes to the super sport, it just scares the crap out of me. Every time I roll back to the garage in one piece, I consider myself lucky, because I just don't know what stupid thing I'm gonna do next on one of these bikes. But there you have it, the CBR600. John's Moto Garage. If you dig the content, like, subscribe, hit me on Instagram at John's Moto Garage. I have decided to sell this bike now that I have the FC07. That kind of, you know, helps me out. Maybe I'll do a video on why I'm selling this specifically if you haven't been able to draw that conclusion yourself. But like, subscribe, hit me on Instagram if you dig it, and we'll see you on the next one. Nos vemos.